Yo, what's up, gentlemen? Today I'm going to break down some audio from a date that I personally went on to show you exactly how to pass shit tests. So the date I went on, this full audio is available inside of my course, also available for my coaching students, but it's with this girl that I met at a coffee shop actually. And we ended up going on a date at a bar, and she was really testing me a lot. And I want you to stay till the end because I'm going to do a full breakdown of at least the most important parts when it comes to passing tests from women. Because when women test you, they're looking to see if you're actually man enough to handle it. A lot of you guys might think, if you just listen to what she was saying, that the date's actually going badly and she's like disqualifying me and like telling me that I'm not good for her, or I'm a waste of her time or whatever. But really what she's looking for is massive certainty from me. And when I give that to her, she's actually very attracted to me and she's having a great time. We end up having a great time for the rest of the date. We're about to come up on the first shit test. So what I'm doing in this first part is I'm talking about myself in a high value way. I'm like, yeah, the cool part about having a business is that I'm not broke, right? And it's basically just a subtle way of saying I'm not broke. But notice how she like immediately tests me on that. And test my frame. And maybe a less secure guy would be like, oh no, I didn't say that, I didn't mean that, I didn't, but just watch. Yeah, that's the one thing about having a business is I don't have to like have a heart attack every time I buy a $3 thing, which was cool. I do not miss being like a broke ass college kid. That was rough.
Are you calling me a broke ass college student?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely, I am actually.
That's kind of Andrew Tate of you.
Oh, no, it's fine. You can be broke, and I mean, I'm broke compared to like most of my friends, so. All right, so this isn't the greatest way I could handle it, to be honest. Like I want to have full like transparency here, but what I will say is that I passed the shit test enough to where I really like held my frame at least enough to where she's like, okay, this guy is at least pretty confident. The main thing here is she does a couple shit tests here. She's like, first, are you calling me a broke college kid? I'm like, yes, absolutely. She's like, oh, that's a very Andrew Tate of you, which like from a girl like her, I mean, most women would say that's like an insult because a lot of women like have a very negative view of Andrew Tate. They don't know a lot about him. And so they're like, it's very Andrew Tate of you, basically saying like, you're an asshole. And I'm like, well, you know, it's fine. And I just say it's fine. And if I just stopped there, it would have been okay. I do justify a little bit. I'm not going to lie about that. I did justify a little bit. But that just shows you don't need perfect game. Like, this girl is really attractive. This girl is really cute. It's not like there's no room for error. Obviously, the hotter the girl is, the higher standards the girl has. Like, yeah, you're going to have less room for error. What you can take away from that is, like, for most of you guys, the girls that you're going to be dating, you can fail some shit tests occasionally, like a little bit. But you need to pass them 99% of the time. And that's what I'm doing here. Oh, Spanish? Like Greece?
Very close.
Italy? Oh, Italian.
Very close.
You're not Italian?
My brother.
That's wild. What?
Polish.
Okay, I see it like really hard. I used to play like a lot of Counter-Strike, and one of the best Counter-Strike teams, like they were like one of the best Counter-Strike teams. They were Polish. Yeah. I see it.
And then other half, Middle Eastern.
Oh, okay, I can see that.
Yeah, it's where the dark features come in.
Yeah. Interesting. Now you tell me a secret.
Me?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm having her tell me a secret. She told me to tell her a secret earlier. Now we're outside on the balcony. It's really important when you're on a date to like move around the venue. And so now let's talk about how to use silence. This is probably the best use of silence that I have in this video, where basically I just don't talk and it's totally fine. So just for context, I'm leaned up against like a handrail and she's kind of standing next to me, and I'm just playing it really cool.
Fair. How's it going?
Pretty good. By the way, this whole time I'm making eye contact with her. So I'm not just looking off in the distance. I'm just looking at her, like kind of a slight smirk. I'm basically making this face, right?
You're kind of tall.
I am kind of tall. That is my thing. That's my thing. People go, you're tall. Do you play basketball? Okay, well, I'm glad, I guess. Yeah, it's actually what I wanted to do.
I know, because you're a fucking psychopath.
Yeah, I wanted to hang out and scare you.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to do. Yeah, so already she's shit testing me again. So she's like, oh, it's kind of scary. And I'm like, yeah, it's exactly what I want to do. I'm scary.
Yeah, I know.
I want you to feel as unsafe as possible.
Yeah?
Yep. Absolutely.
Tell me a secret.
Okay, so I kind of fumble around here, trying to think. And also, this just goes to, you can get in your head a little bit. I was a little in my head on this question. I was like, oh, I want to come up with something good. I end up telling a story about how I got pantsed in middle school and everyone saw my dick and called me Tic Tac Tim. True story. Oh, this is not a secret, but it's a YLS thing. When I was in middle school in 7th grade, I did not hit puberty early at all. And
I
so,
didn't either.
yeah, so oh God. All right, so I was at a girls' basketball game, like a 8th grade girls' basketball game, and a dude on the 8th grade basketball team pulled my pants down.
Oh my God.
Pants me, underwear came off. And I got called Tic Tac Tim for like 6 months.
Tic Tac Tim.
Yeah, because my dick was tiny as fuck.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, that was a rough time. I actually didn't really care that much. Like, I'm surprised it wasn't more traumatic. It's like, I was like, because that's some shit. Like, for a long time, I was just like, I wonder, because like, if you don't know, like, you've never seen like another dude's dick, especially like not hard, you're like, is it small? I don't know. Yeah, and you just don't know. No one knows. If you're a young guy watching this channel, you don't know. Your dick might be small. All right, so let's go to the next section. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, you also like to push buttons.
I do.
You do.
All right, so this is going to be a good example of a shit test where she's calling me out on liking to push buttons. I definitely do like to push girls' buttons. And so the best thing to do when a girl calls you out on something that you're doing and you can't hide it is to own up to it. Don't be like, oh, no, I don't like to push buttons. I'm just, blah, blah, blah. No. Yeah, I do. Okay, and you'll notice how I handle it. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, you also like to push buttons.
I do.
You do. I know. I fucking know.
Look at them, they're dancing, having a good time.
I fucking hate football.
Yeah, it's boring as fuck. I think it's just boring.
It's like watching the grass grow.
Yeah. I really like watching basketball. True. Hate football. It's boring. All right, so this is a very good example of being funny, being charming, being witty. She starts talking about how she's warm-blooded, and I'm like, me too. And she's like, oh, well, we're not vampires. So that's good on her to like create some banter. And then I take it and run with it, and I'm like, well, we don't actually know. You know, vampires might be warm-blooded. We have no fucking clue. And so I start playing on like, we don't know what the canon for vampires is. And it's funny. So this is a good example of like how to be funny and witty. So the attraction thing, I don't know. It is weird though.
Remember when I said I was a lightweight?
Yeah.
I'm seeing double.
Oh my God.
I'm such a lightweight. Like,
okay.
it's actually ridiculous.
But you're warm though, so that's good.
I'm always warm. I'm like warm-blooded.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Really?
It's just kind of cold outside. Yeah.
We're not vampires.
Yeah, we're not. Unless we're like a weird vampire, because no one knows the canon for actual vampires in real life. You don't know the actual lore behind it. They could be warm-blooded. You have no idea.
Okay, but
That's just in movies.
you're right.
You don't know. That shit might be fake.
You're right.
What is funny right now?
You.
Yeah.
I find you very funny. Amongst other things, but mostly funny.
All right, so that's another shit test. I find you funny, amongst other things, but mostly funny. It's like most guys, if they're insecure, would be like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? No, you just stay relaxed. Good.
Good? You say that a lot.
I do. It's my default. It's another shit test, man. Whenever I pass a shit test, I most always say good. I just say good because it's a very neutral kind of positive reaction, and that's a really good way to respond to a shit test. I'm not emotionally affected. Good. Same thing where a girl's like, oh, you're kind of cocky, and you just say that, and you just say it in like a nonchalant way. It's a very good way of deflecting the shit test. And whenever she calls me out on it, I just acknowledge it. I'm like, yeah, I do say that a lot. It's my default. It's like
You have really nice confidence. A lot of guys don't. I hope you teach your guys that.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so now you should understand really how to break down shit tests and how to pass them consistently. If you like the video, like it, subscribe if you're new, comment below, let me know what you want to see from me in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.